Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse One here. It is still August 1st. It is Monday, 2022. And yes, JJ, I got the date right. Hey, it happens, okay? So anyway, it ended up, it's so weird, it was very wet and rainy for most of the day. And now the sky is cleared up and we got some good sunshine. I'm going here and check in the battery room. And we will see where we're at here with the solar. Actually, quite curious to see where we are at. So we're going to talk about the topic here in just a moment, folks. Let's see when this where it says it's got to be charging, is my guess. Come on, let's go. Sorry. Oh, come on. It's still staying. Oh, there we go. Okay. 81%. Very nice. Not too shabby, especially with all the rain we ended up having today. Very, very nice. Okay, so. Oh, here's a lunatic. What? I know, we've been sitting around. I know. Terrible. Go, run, frolic, be free. Be a lunatic that you are. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the railroad strike a little bit more. And the possibility of that happening and what's going to go on with that if it does happen. Now, first of all, a lot of you are going to come on. You know, okay, so I had somebody, one of my favorite comments of all times. I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite comments of all times. So whenever we discuss anything, there will inevitably be someone who says, nothing's ever going to happen. Well, that's not correct, because something is always happening all the time. You know, so I love it when people say that, oh, nothing's going to happen. Well, thank you, foreseer of the future, in letting us know that. I always find that to be amazing. But anyway, yes, I know, you're a good girl. Anyway, going back to talking about the strike with the railroad workers. I think there will be a strike. Just because I think that the workers are fed up, they've had enough. Even if the government, because the government can step in and can say, no, you're not going to go on strike. But they can't force people to go to work. So, you know, when you have an organization that is as messed up as the railroads in the way that they treat their workers, I have had several people contact me and say, you know, that they were either current railroad workers or former railroad workers, and they said the bosses would sneak around and look for a reason to fire you. I mean, how insane is that? If you're doing your job and you're taking care of what you got to take care of, you know, it is amazing to me what people put up with, to be honest with you. At what point do we as human beings, as you know, as individuals say, hey, I'm not taking this crap anymore? And I think that's coming, folks. I really, truly do. I think people are just, excuse me, I think they've just had enough. And we are very close to that breaking point. And I think you're going to see that happen. Now let's talk about what happens if the railroad strikers strike and they don't go back to work when they're told to go back to work. See, that always killed me. Oh, the judge can step in and government can step in and say, nope, you can't go on strike, you have to go back to work. Well, you don't have to do anything in this world, folks. That is a very clear and simple fact. Now, they could fire all those railroad workers, right? If they've refused to go back to work. Who do they got to replace them? Who do they got that knows how to do those jobs? They don't. It would be devastating to our economy. It would be devastating to our nation. because we need to have the railroad workers. They're just as important as the truckers. And with the amount of freight that's moved on a daily basis in this country, it is a tremendous amount. So it would absolutely be catastrophic if we were not having the freight moved. I'm going to tell you right now, I am absolutely 100% on the side of the railroad workers, because you need to be treated with respect, with dignity, and I don't care what your job is. I don't care if you're a bus driver, I don't care if you're a janitor, I don't care if you're middle management, you know, a line worker. No one has the right to treat you like you're a piece of garbage. Nobody. One of my problems, I'll be honest with you, when it comes to nursing, I don't take a whole lot of crap, okay? Really don't. And that's been my problem for a long time. Now, I will tell you this. I did very, very well in home care. Because in home care, you're one-on-one with your patient. You give that person the kind of care that they deserve, that they need. When you are working in a facility, that is never the case. You cannot give those people the kind of care that they deserve. You can't give them the kind of care that they should be having, especially as much as they are paying per day to be in a facility. It is insanity. And then for those facilities to be short-staffed all the time, to not have enough workers and stuff, there's zero excuse for that, because they're still making that same amount of money off of those people every single day, than, you know, like that. So, like I said, my problem was I wouldn't keep my mouth shut, and I'm not a yes man. Never have been a yes man. I say it like it is. Anybody that's watched this channel for any length of time knows I say it like it is. I don't sugarcoat things. If that hurts your feelings, that's your problem. Well, I can honestly tell you, management doesn't like people like me, because I won't take their crap. I'm going to tell you a quick story, just to give you an example. I was working in a facility, and I won't say which one, but it was a county job, and they were like right up happy in this place, right up happy, and they were going through supervisors like crazy, they were going through CNAs like crazy, they were going through LPNs like crazy. Unbelievable, right? So I had a supervisor come up to me, and she was like, she goes, "Ed, I got to talk to you." And I said, "Okay." She goes, "They want to write you up again." Because that's what they did. They were like right up happy over everything. But they're afraid to bring it up to you because you keep refusing to sign your write-ups. And I said, "Well, show me what they're writing me up for." And I looked at it and I said, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna sign that." And she just laughed. Because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? So I ended up getting called in, saw the director of nursing, the assistant director of nursing, and they basically said, "Do you want to be here?" And I said, "I do." I said, "But I don't do," I said, "I want you to look and see how many people I've written up since I've been here." I was there 6 months. That's how long I lasted. Because you're on your probationary period for 6 months, and they called me 2 days before my probationary period ended, and they let me go. They don't have to give you an excuse. They don't have to give you a reason, because you're on that period. And I know what it was, because I wouldn't take their crap, and I wouldn't kiss nobody's behind. But that's what happens. They want you to kiss their butts. They want you to be afraid of losing your job. They want you to, you know, cow down, to proselytize yourself in front of them, to kiss their behinds. And tell me if I'm wrong here, folks. All my nurses, all my CNAs, you know, my doctors that are out there, tell me that's not how it is in the nursing field. But I know that's how it is in all fields, because I've worked, you know, I've worked as a short order cook. I've done a lot of different stuff. I've worked as a waiter, did a lot of things back in the day. And like I said, I don't kiss behind. It's just not in my nature. It's not in my DNA, because I always figure there's another job out there. I'll go work for somebody else. When I took care of the one family that I was with for 17 years, it was awesome. They were a wonderful family, wonderful family. And, you know, in my recent trip to New York, I went to a restaurant that the boys own, and saw them, and it was awesome. They both gave me a hug, and it was like, "Oh my God, it's so nice to see you," because I don't see them anymore. You know what I mean? I saw them all the time before. But anyway, my point is this. Getting back to the railroad workers. If they decide to strike, which I think that they will, I think that they've just got to that breaking point. And even if the government tells them, no, you can't strike, you have to go back to work, I don't think they're going to. I think they've got to that breaking point. I think that they've had enough, and I think they're going to go on strike. And I think that that's going to be a really bad consequence if that lasts more than a few days. They need to give in, give these people some concessions, give them some decent benefits, give them a decent allotted amount of time off. That's what needs to happen. Treat people with respect, treat people with dignity. You're going to go a lot farther in life. You're going to have happy workers. They're going to be happy to go to work every day instead of miserable. The number of people that I've seen go to work every day and be absolutely miserable is astonishing to me. Astonishing. So anyway, just sharing these thoughts with you. Definitely want to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And, you know, everybody be safe. I hope you all are having a great day. And remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. That's important. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.